monastery on the hill and at the base of the mountain and decided to go investigate. And there you found evidence that the Empire was here trying to uncover some secrets. And used your arcane eye to explore the three wings of the monastery, and we will open there. So the consensus seems to be that you guys want to head off towards the graveyard. Is there anything you'd like to do before entering the graveyard? The graveyard wing, I should say.
I'm good.
Okay, well, in that case, you descend down the stairs into the cloister that leads to the back of the monastery and out towards the graveyard. What is your marching order?
I guess I'll go second.
Okay. You know what they say. If you ain't first, you're last.
Damn.
Second place is being in the back is first place for Wizards.
Yeah, and all the cool kids sit in the back of the bus.
Well, since, we cheated, so my player has meta knowledge. I'm going to go ahead and bonus action spawn my spirit weapon.
Okay.
And I'm going to run right up to this guy, and I'm going to ask him if he has any milk.
You're just going to walk right up to him.
Ask him if he's got any milk in the fridge.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, give me a second. I'll get you a picture of what he looks like. Ask him if he's got any milk. Maybe I don't have a picture of his garb. Okay, so at the end of the hall, there are two sentries in intricate elven armor. I gotta grab something off my desktop quick. Standing guard before a hallway. At your approach, they grip their weapons tightly and lower their spears. Say something to you in Elvish. And I will tell you in a second. It says, Sin Enas, Dar. What nar sin tihi?
I just ask him for a glass of milk.
You're just gonna repeat the same thing?
Yeah.
What's that in Elvish?
What's that?
What is he saying in Elvish?
He says, you there, halt. What is your purpose here?
I'm gonna ask him. Basically, say that.
Well, wait.
I'm-
If you don't know Elvish, you don't know what he says. Savik knows
Oh, yeah.
what he says because he can speak Elvish.
Okay. I'm just
Isn't-
gonna look confused.
Isn't that a bitch?
I guess I'll go ahead and start walking up towards the Sun Elf and Gradius, and I will go ahead and walk up to Gradius, and I will say that he said, "Halt, who goes there?"
I'm gonna brandish the badge of the king.
You told them that he asked if they had any milk. Is that what you said, Savik?
No, I thought that that's what Gradius asked the.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was reading something and I thought that you said that you told them he asked for some milk, but I must be wrong. Okay, Gradius. So you present the badge of the king, and as Savik approaches, the sentry in front of you looks behind you at Savik and says, "Hail, King Guaner. Keen travel with he, Norn?" And Savik, you would recognize that in Elvish to say, "Hail, kin brother. You travel with this dwarf."
I'm gonna reply, "Yes. If you think he's bad, you should see some of the other traveling companions I travel with."
He raises his nose in the air and says to you in Elvish, "His presence offends me."
I'm gonna look at Gradius and say and tell him exactly what the elf just said in common. Gradius, this elf here, this sun elf here, is offended by your presence.
Well, I guess we know what that means.
It's time to slap him.
It's clobbering time.
Are you ready to get jiggly snuffed?
That's my favorite kind of
I give
skull.
him the old double slap.
The double cock slap.
Jiggly snuff is my favorite kind of skull.
Oh, yeah?
First of all, my cock's too pure to be touching some elf's face.
Oh, my God. Oh. I wish I had that on a soundbite. Wow.
I'm going to inquire or ask Savik to inquire what their business here is. That this monastery is supposed to be vacant.
All right. I'll go up and approach the sun elf a little bit closer, and I'll go ahead and ask him, "To what business do you have in this monastery?"
Because we're still in the king's lands, right?
Technically, you're on the borderlands. So these are lands beyond the border of the kingdom of Veralis.
Oh, okay.
That
For some
are-
reason, I thought we were just like right on the edge.
Oh, no. When you set foot past the Mournhold, that's pretty much the start of the borderlands. And so these are areas that are unsettled, technically free lands, but they're also somewhat lawless, and they don't fall under anyone's domain of influence per se. With regards to monarchies or other forms of government, like the major players in the realm, So, so you are asking him what his purpose is there, and that the monastery has been abandoned. Okay, Savik. So you ask him that, and he regards you coolly, sort of looks you over from head to toe, and he says, "We are about the Empire's business."
Oh, Lord, the Voldemort Empire.
I, the Emperor.
I heard that he's a very, very good man.
The Emperor comes to save this world.
What does he
The
come to
people will be
save the
better
world
for
of?
You ask him that, he looks back at his companion and who guffaws. He chuckles at the thought, and he says, "You haven't heard
No, I
the
have
Emperor.
not.
You haven't heard of the Emperor's vision."
No, what's his grand plan?
All right, give me a sec. I got to pull up a document.
Okay.
All right, so the legionary in front of you straightens up and moves his spear to rest position and says, "On the day of the Emperor's coronation, he went to meditate within the Vale of Adar and the Seeing Stones. To ask the gods and Corellon for the strength to endure what is to come on the day of his reign." What the Emperor saw horrified him. He saw a glimpse of the future that yet lies before us. A great city on a solitary hill surrounded by desperate swarms of humanity, fleeing from a great and terrible creeping darkness. This mass of humanity fled towards the heights, and there upon them stood a singular figure at the height of a massive monument. In one hand, this figure raised a staff high above their head and shouted a command word in a language the Emperor confessed he did not understand. In a flash of blinding light, the city was transformed, and that great mass of humanity turned now into a horde of 100,000 undead, and all the land was covered in shrouds of darkness. Terrible, unspeakable evil and creatures of the night swarmed across the land from north to south, unchecked, unchallenged, killing all within their path. The Emperor saw great hordes of vampire clans roaming across the north, burning great cities to the ground, feasting on its terrified populace, and making slaves of those that resisted. The Emperor claimed that his vision drew back then, and he could see the entirety of the continent of Telluria. Mount Telluria's long-dormant volcano suddenly erupted into a sea of ash and fire that shrouded the south in everlasting darkness and ruin. And from that darkness they came. Grotesque creatures from the outer realms in their flying ships, fighting armored warriors on dragonback that descend upon them with dragon fire, heralding the start of the apocalypse. One by one, the kingdoms and freeholds of Telluria fell as great armies of men, dwarves, elves, and lesser races were all swept away by the tide of encroaching darkness. And you may ask, what is the cause of this desolation? For many in our empire did the same of the Emperor. The Emperor said that somewhere within a vast jungle, he glimpsed a party of adventurers at an ancient temple, recovering an ornate silver clasp. He said that his vision sharpened and focused on this clasp, held aloft in a clawed hand. In an instant, the clasp erupted in brilliant, illuminating light, and a deafening roar followed by a void of endless shadow. The silence of the void was all around the Emperor, but he knew he was not alone. He said just before his vision ended, he peered deeper into the darkness and found something staring back at him. Something too terrible to comprehend, a nightmarish abomination with rubbery skin and the body of an emaciated human, topped with a bulbous head bearing 4 writhing tentacles for a mouth and a pair of hideous orange eyes. The Emperor said he felt the creature's gaze peering deep within his mind before he recoiled in fear and opened his eyes. This was a vision from the gods, heralding the apocalypse. The Emperor knew that if we did nothing to stop its coming, it would surely come to pass. And so, Medras Anvari, 14th Emperor of Voldemar, comes to save this world. He looks at you curiously, though, Savik, and says, as a kin brother, I thought you would have known the story of the Voldemari by now. Where are you from?
Sorry, bro. I'm a traveler of both time and space.
A traveler of what?
Both time and space.
He laughs at that and turns to regard his companion, and he says, he points his spear at you. He says, as elf kin, you would be wise to join us, brother. You would rise high within the Empire.
I would love to.
You'd say, I would love to?
Yep.
His eyes widen at, at your initial response, but he nods nonetheless. He says, excellent. What skills have you?
I am I'm a performer.
Well, the Legion always has need of more manpower. You look like you can handle that blade well enough.
I can't.
You can't?
No.
Don't tell me.
Are you doing the Tim Robinson skit where the guy just yells at him, "Do you know how to fucking drive?" in the parking lot? He's like, "No."
What?
I never learned.
Not everybody knows how to do everything.
So technically, we would be on the same side. Just saying, because I fight for the Raven Queen, which is not a fan of what they're describing.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, you tell him that you're not very good with your sword, and he waves a hand and he says, "The Legion will teach you all you need to know about combat." He glances down at your companion, and in Elvish says, "We'd even find a use for the dwarf."
I'm gonna look at Mr. Sun Elf and I'm gonna say something in Elvish, and it's like, "Oh, don't worry about him. That one's nothing to worry about."
He grins at you and nods. He says, I find the lower races have their uses, though they are sparing. He asks you if you're truly intent on joining the Legion, then you need to meet with Captain Halderan.
Who's Captain Halderan?
Oh, he says, I misspoke. Forgive me. He's not captain anymore. And his compatriot says he's Commander Halderan now. Commander of the 2nd Legion.
Does he know, does Captain Halderan, know, Robert the Hammer?
Robert the Hammer?
Or, Tristan? Or, Grimward?
Grimward.
Or Istold?
What,
or Captain Sebastian?
Sebastian. Sebastian sounds familiar. Can you describe their appearance?
No, not very well. They just look like a bunch of clowns. They all look the same.
The sentry seems to struggle to piece together who he might be from your description. He says it's difficult to say, though the Empire is known to work with emissaries and other mercenary groups
I
when
think
we move into a new territory.
I think I must have said a mistake. I think they all said that their name was Captain Clown. Captain Clowns.
He says, "Oh, I know just who they are." No, he says, difficult to say, though I wouldn't be surprised if they landed with one of the initial invasion groups.
Okay.
The first 3 legions have landed in Ashmark. It wouldn't be a stretch to assume that the Empire has brought mercenaries into its employ for this invasion. Or I suppose they could be Talison's men. The guard behind him says. Taliesin is the name that he says.
Taliesin.
To which the guard in front of you replies, "The Hellraisers? They wouldn't have landed this far north."
What did
So
he
he
say?
makes
The
mention-
Hell Rangers.
He makes mention of Talison's Hellraisers.
Hellraisers. Okay. I'm gonna ask him. Are they the elite fighting force of the Voldemort Empire?
He grins at that and says, "They're pretty tough. Though I can't say they're much tougher than the second here." And he says, if you want to learn to fight, Talison's Hellraisers would be the place to go. They've never been defeated in a battle. They're the 6th, 7th, and 8th legions. General Taliesin is a fearsome commander, although I'm sure that if it came to blows, Commander Colorado would be happy enough to put him in his place.
Commander Cowell.
Actually, he should be general, not commander.
Colorado. Well, I'm going to look at him and say, I'm going to report this to your superiors. By
Report what?
By mistakenly calling General Cowell commander.
The Sun Elf grows defiant at that and glares at you, and he says, "If you think General Calorel has the time for such petty things during his conquest of Ashmark, then you're more than welcome to it, friend."
I know just
Bill,
the guy I'm going to talk to.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I bought Ren Fair gear. What is it? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I totally lost my train of thought now. Oh, he cautioned you that prattling and I don't know what you call it. Reporting on your betters won't get you far in the Legion. And he says, "Meaning no offense, friend, though you don't strike me as one of noble birth."
I'm not.
Well, then I suppose you have to work your way up from grunt then.
That's fine with me.
So, what is your purpose here? Why have you come?
My purpose is to figure out what's going on here.
As I have told you, we are on the Empire. We are about the Empire's business.
What exactly is the Empire looking at doing in this abandoned monastery?
Friend, I'm afraid that I can't disclose information such as that, seeing as how you're not even a member of the Legion.
Well, it looks like it looks like there's it looks like someone's trying to resurrect something here in the graveyard. It looks like someone's looking and rummaging through the library. Looks like someone's hanging out in the cathedral, and all sorts of other stuff seems to be going on. So why don't you just make it easy and just tell me the rest of what is actually going on here? I already know this stuff.
He tightens his grip on his spear and glowers at you. Is that a threat?
Nope.
That sounds like something a spy would know.
I'm not a spy.
Well, if you're not a spy, then who are you?
I'm just a traveling dancer. I'm a traveling dancer of the Voldemort Empire, and I'm going to reach into my bag and hold out one of the Voldemort coins.
Oh, you're going to give him a Voldemort coin?
Well, I'm going to show it to him.
He takes a look at it and looks back to regard his companion. He says, that's our coin well enough, but you could have killed someone and taken it off of them. And this one here, he nods at the dwarf, flashed around some credentials I've never seen. Who is your companion?
This is Gradius Broken Iron.
Broken Iron. It doesn't sound familiar. Where is he from?
The micronation of Broken Iron.
The what? The
mi-
micronation of Broken
The
Iron?
micronation of Broken Iron.
He says, I have not heard of this dwarven micronation.
It's currently being under siege by hobgoblins.
Ah,
The Black Manor
Daddy perked
hobgoblins.
up.
Have you encountered any of those around here?
with that he perks up and glances at his companion once more. He says, aye. We know the hobgoblins.
Yeah, are you guys working with them? 'Cause
Working with them?
because we're working with them too.
He says, friend, I assure you, we do not work with the Black Banner hobgoblins. The Empire doesn't work with anyone. They work with us. But you say you're employed by the hobgoblins.
Yep. I'm their dance instructor.
Is that a fact?
Correct.
Never known many hobgoblins to dance.
Even hobgoblins need a little bit of culture from time to time.
How long have you been in their employ?
Oh, I don't know. About a fortnight.
Well, I tell you then that I think you might be on the right side of things. They, from what the commander says, they come with many spears, each ready for war. Their hatred of the dwarves, he says, nodding at your companion, is almost comical in its singularity, in its simplicity. Though I will admit they are strong fighters. He says, though, if you're working with the hobgoblins, how is it that you travel with a son of Clan Broken Iron?
Because he is a hobgoblin sympathizer.
Interesting. He could very well be the next king of
You
the
see,
dwarf.
whenever he was
My
younger,
character is so confused about what's going on because he doesn't understand the language. But as just knowing that Savik's tossing me under a bus like this is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, you might understand like your name, but the whole conversation's ongoing in Elvish. So he says that your companion very well may be the next king of of Clan Broken Iron, should any of them be smart enough to bend the knee. Otherwise, they'll be swept away.
by the dragon,
Hmm. He shrugs. Either that or the Empire will gather them up, as it does with all resistance.
what's going to happen? What's the Empire planning to do when they run into the black dragon that lives in these
Black
mountains?
Dragon. He says, "Friend, I'm afraid I don't know what you're speaking of."
Yeah, you do. Don't bullshit me.
He says, "No, I know nothing of any Black Dragon."
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna get a little bit closer to him and be like, I've seen him with my own eyes. The dark menace that rides above the clouds is quite possibly one of the most frightening things I've ever seen to date.
Aye. They are terrifying. But as I've said, friends, I don't know anything about any Black Dragon. I wouldn't be surprised if one lived in these mountains.
Okay, well, don't be surprised if he spits acid on you.
I thought you were going to be like, don't be surprised if I make an insight check on you, motherfucker.
Oh, that reminds me. Don't be surprised if I make an insight check on you, motherfucker.
Ooh. You get the sense that he is not being truthful.
Yeah, I knew he was lying from the get-go.
Do you say anything?
Um... No, I'm just gonna kind of let it slide.
He continues unabated and says that I would be interested to gauge the size of such a creature compared to the dragons we have in Telluria.
What the hell?
Oh, is that the place?
Well, that's two of them, but I don't understand why Discord, like, if I would have sent it over Messenger, it would have been different. Like, actually, like, show the pictures or whatever. I guess Discord didn't like the long link or something.
Wow, it's big. It's a big spot. First one I'm looking at.
There's two different ones, and like I said, like, the one is $169 a night, and the other is $206 a night, which the hotel itself was like $250 for one room.
Yeah.
And this is like four. I think the one is the farthest, is like 4 miles from the actual Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, I'm good with either of these. I like both. I mean, we're just gonna be there to sleep and shower. And
The one that's 206 is pet friendly, so you could bring Luna.
I'd probably just leave her with my mom and dad. I don't know how she'd handle being at the fair, and I don't really want to deal with having the dog all day. I mean, as much as I love her.
Damn, you don't want to have to deal with your dog all day.
No, bro, you know what I mean. Don't be like that.
Damn, you don't want to have to
consider.
deal with your dog all day.
Damn. Okay, sorry. Maybe I'll get her a little puppy backpack.
Though it does have a picture of a place called the Jigger Shop, which it sounds kind of racist.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I like both. They all seem pretty much the same, although the blue house is really nice. There's a lake right there, too. Not like that.
It's like they're all in like that lake and stuff. It's part of all of like they're in like this like campground area.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with either. So I mean, it's whatever Wes thinks too. But yeah, I like both. I mean, shit, it's better to have a big place like that than to pay $500 for accommodations at the hotel.
Yeah, so like for the same price, we could stay 2 nights and have an entire house.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm good with either. So let's get it for Friday, Saturday, and then we'll come home Sunday. I mean, unless we wanted to stay. Well, when's your flight out?
Monday.
Monday. Okay, yeah. So probably want to come home on Sunday then, I guess. What do you think, Wes?
I think both of them are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like the one that's called It's a Charming Life Cabin because they have an outdoor seating area, and you all know what we like to do
Yeah.
on Friday night.
Yeah. That's the blue. Is it the blue one or
The white one.
the white one? Yeah. Oh yeah, they got a little patio. They got a little back porch, Wes. It looks pretty private too. Yeah, I like that one. I mean, I'm good with both, but and that one's only $169. Yeah, I mean, we should save money where we can. That's just more money to get fucked up at the fair. All right. So you guys, we were talking to the Sentry about dragons. They said that they're wondering how large the dragons of this continent are compared to the ones on Telluria. And this guy back here is gonna say, surely not as big as Tarathis. Which his companion glances back behind him and says, he scoffs and says, the burning dread. And in Elvish replies to his companion, you know what he did to the city of Coda? To which his companion says, former city of Coda. Or what remains of it. The sentry draws his attention back to you, Savik, and he says, if you mean to join the Legion, you need to go and meet with a commanding officer that can swear you in.
Okay, is there one around here in the monastery?
He points to the edge of the graveyard, up through the hallways out towards. He points to the back of the monastery where the graveyard is, and he says, "You could speak to Viclus, but I don't know if he. I don't know if he would be the one to take your oath of loyalty to the Emperor. He's more of a problem solver."
Okay.
He says, "You could go speak to the high priest, Jasana. She should be in the cathedral." He says, "But I warn you, friend, an oath made to the Empire is made for life. And as you know, our lives are quite long. The Emperor does not suffer traitors or fools," he warned.
Okay.
He says, "Will there be anything else? I never got your name, friend."
My name's Jevic. Jeff Fick.
Pefik?
Fefik.
Pefik. Jeffic.
Jeffic. Yeah, Jeffic
Jeffic.
Fuffik.
Jeffic.
I'm the dancing.
He
I'm
says, well met, Jeffic
Jeffic.
the dancer.
Jeffic Fuffik, the dancing paladin.
Jeffic, Fuffic, the dancing. I gotta write that down. That's going in the notes. He perks up with the mention of a paladin. He says, "Do you follow any gods of the Seldarine?"
I'm an Oathbreaker paladin.
Interesting. I should warn you that those that stray away from the light of Corlin and Lotharion are not welcome within the Legion. As Corlon's chosen, it is our destiny to make war on these people in his name.
Why are you okay?
I almost spit out my drink.
I can't wait to join the war effort with you guys.
He says, "Maybe that's enough propaganda for now. If there's nothing else, Sir Jeffic Fuffic, the dancing paladin, you should be on your way."
Okay. Bye.
He crinkles up his nose and looks at Gradius and he says, "And take your dwarven pet with you. His stench is offensive." So, what is the plan?
Well, you already know what I did.
Yes. Do you want to tell Wes what you did?
I guess. Wes, the king of Arolis, knows of this invasion force.
Okay.
I told him while you were talking to the other elves.
Okay. What's the king want us to do?
Well, I'm waiting to hear back from the game master on that one.
Oops, I was muted. I said, so did you use the sending stone or use the spell sending?
The spell of sending.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. I was just wondering. Let me look.
Basically, it's guaranteed to land with whoever I send it to, unless they're on a different plane, which I'm pretty sure we're still on the same
I just
plane.
wanted to make sure that they could answer, which they can. So you're going to send this message to the king directly?
Yeah. Since the king and the archmage both know that we were just sent out here.
Okay, I wonder if he can ask you a follow-up question.
I think it would have to, so like he could in his response ask the follow-up question, but I would have to probably expel another spell slot.
Okay, so it's
to
kind
answer.
of like, yeah, it's kind of like
A collect call.
yeah, or like receiving a telegram.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The king will answer back telepathically. Discern troop strength. And then there's a pause and a more urgent message to recover the weapon.
I relay this to Savik.
Okay. He would rather have us recover the weapon from the Borderlands keep than mix it up with the Jelfie bros here.
Oh, well, that's up to you guys. I think he's thinking on more of like a grand scale. Like you've confirmed that there's been an invasion force that landed in Ashmark, and his line of thinking is, we need the weapon. So if you wanted to mix it up with the Jelfie Bros, you absolutely could. That's to your purview. I just think that the king is thinking in larger. He's thinking of the big picture, and he doesn't really know what your. I don't know, Gradius. How much information did you tell him that you're in a monastery with the Voldemari right now, or?
Yeah, basically it just said that we were in a monastery, found the Voldemari. There's a large force here, like rummaging through everything.
Okay, well, in that case, there will be a third message that is relayed to you. Kill them all. Recover intel by whatever means necessary to determine troop strength and position. Recover the weapon.
Heard the DM wants us to fuck around in his monastery he spent a bunch of time on.
Hey, I didn't say that. You said that.
He's like, oh shit, change of plans. They're gonna leave. You step outside the monastery, you take 3 steps, and realize you're stepping back into the monastery.
There's another monastery just over the next hill. We passed it. In the distance, you find another monastery.
So I'm gonna relay that to Savik, and
Are you telling him that from where you are right now?
well, I'm taking a few steps back. Calm the hell down.
I just need to know.
Hey, Savik, we gotta kill these assholes.
All right, let's fuck them up.
What?
I'm
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna BRB bio while you guys are talking. I'll be right back.
Jeffic McFuff.
You could get a pounder, PBR pounder. He laughed. He thought that was great.
All right, are we fighting these clowns?
Well, it depends. Do we want to defect and help overthrow Auralis, or do we want to support the king?
So there may be additional opportunities for that. You got to think, up to you guys what you want to do, but this is pretty much like a large roaming warband that's inhabited this monastery. So
Seems like quite a tall order for 2 people. Take on a whole fucking war band.
does it though? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah, I think we should just turn around and leave.
Turn around and leave. You can leave.
Like I said, you take 3 steps out of the monastery and see another monastery.
No, I'm not that roadie. Jesus. Now you can leave if you want and come back with more people. You got a lot of information out of these 2 guards. Well, I mean, I don't know how much of it you can use, but you found out about the Emperor's vision.
Emperor's vision. We found out specific people in the cathedral. We found out that they know about the Black Dragon and that they're just lying. What else did we find out? We found out about Tyrathis. We found out
Isn't
about.
he one of those Sith lords?
I think, what was that? I don't know if he is. No,
No, it was Tyrannus.
That's what it was. Yeah. I was like, shit, if that is the case, that's a total accident that I named him that.
Yeah, accident.
Hey, it's not like I just stole it I borrowed it from A Song of Ice and Fire because George R. R. Martin is really good at naming dragons. I didn't steal a red dragon name for this guy. Come on, guys. Scarlet Monastery is like level 28 to 33.
Yeah, and thanks to you gimping us on XP, we're
Yeah,
8.
and I'm only
Oh.
level 9.
I'm sorry. Are you the same two guys that beat up a whole village of 25 hobgoblins and a hobgoblin commander?
No, I got mistaken for someone else.
That was not Sir Jeffrick McFuff, the dancing paladin.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it?
That's why he's an oath breaker, because his parents made him become a paladin, but all he ever wanted to do was dance.
Jafufrick, the dancing.
Well, you guys think it over and let me know what you want to do.
Oh, he worked so hard on it, Wes. He's gonna be disappointed if we just leave. So I guess we'll have to kill this shit.
I won't be disappointed because I know that you murder hobos are gonna come back. If you have more people, you'll be like, let's go to Scarlet Monastery and get that fucking EXP.
Well, I'm just looking at the amount of people we have in here.
Well, you know what? You don't know that. Only the Arcane Eye knows that.
Wes shared the information with me, and Wes saw exactly what the Arcane Eye saw.
Yeah, but man, the Voldemari Empire is too tough for you guys.
No, I just have to go to work.
Oh yeah, you got to go to work at 10.
Yeah, so like if we start a combat thing that's this large right now, there's absolutely no way we're getting through that.
You don't know how many or if you're going to aggro other groups.
I believe the message from the king was, if we're going to follow the king's orders, was to eradicate.
Well, do you remember what the king said at the Champions Feast to the Chancellor?
I want you to kill all those filthy sun elves.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said, any army that invades this land will find itself washed away in seas of blood. So, bro, he just wants you to be the ocean of blood.
Which is fine. I'm just saying, I got 50 minutes to eradicate an entire...
You guys you had great amount of restraint in the Kingdom of Aralis. You get out here in the Borderlands with, this is pretty much like license to kill. You guys got a license to murder hobo.
In the name of the king.
In the name of the king.
A dungeon
It gets
siege
you out of a lot of
movie.
shit. What's that?
In the name of the king. The dungeon siege movie with
Yeah,
Jason
that's a terrible
Statham.
movie. What's Jason Statham's name? Farmer. Okay. So what is the consensus? You want to wait for more people to do combat?
Or just hold the combat till next week. Because like I said, we're we're gonna have to stop unless Wes wants to continue murder hoboing by himself the whole way through.
I don't know. If you want to start murder hoboing and then we can pause after an hour or whatever, I'm good with that too.
Okay. But yeah, starting next week, I could do Wednesdays, which I can actually play a little later.
Nice. That'll probably be when Darren can. That'll probably be the day
Can
when
do
Darren comes
Tuesdays
back.
again.
Darren will come back and be like, "I can play, guys. Okay, I can only play on Tuesday." Great.
Well, I guess as we're heading out the door, looking non-conspicuous,
Don't be suspicious.
my spirit weapon just flies back and crashes into the sky.
All right. You can roll your attack with advantage because he is surprised, and then roll your initiative. And
Where'd all this beer come from? It's like ordering a PBR at Orky's. I still have $10.
Damn,
23.
23? Okay, give me a second here. All right, yeah. You can, did I tell you could roll your attack with advantage because he's surprised?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Well, that's why it's 23. I
Oh,
rolled twice.
I thought that was your initiative roll, my bad. Yeah, 23 hit.
Plus 6 with my -1 dex.
Dude, I don't know.
And I say, you guys might call yourselves sun elves, but here's some real radiance.
I don't know if you know this, but they don't like being talked down to by anybody, let alone a dwarf. All right, your spirit mug crashes into him for 11 damage. Are you doing anything else on your surprise round?
I mean, I guess I could go fuck him up.
I guess I can go attack him.
$17.
17 hits. For
Another
another
11.
Damn, all right. Anything else?
Nope.
Save it.
That used up my action con.
All right. I'm gonna have Familiar take the help action and distract the one that Kyle ended up attacking, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna kick this off with the old. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and let's see. 7. All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit him with the old firebolt and follow that up with a crossbow attack. Let's see.
Okay.
Spell attack is 7.
Mia's.
15.
15 will hit.
All right. And here's the crossbow. For, let's see. Like
5.
crossbows, 8.
You say 8?
No, for eight's the modifier. 27.
Yeah, 27 hits.
2d10 for firebolt. For 6. And a d8 for
Right, he catches on fire.
and
Plus
11.
another 11. All right, damn, this
Yep.
guy's getting fucked up.
And that's going to end my turn.
Okay, that will end the surprise round. So we'll start off with this guy that's getting attacked. And then it will be Savik's turn, and then it will be this guy, and then it will be Gradius' turn. All right, so let's see. I think this guy is on fire. He's a sun elf, so he is going to be smart enough to use the action to put the fire out. And then he's going to try and take a step back here, prompting an opportunity attack, Gradius. So he's going to step back and hug the wall here. So you can make an opportunity attack. 19 is a hit. They're going to smack him as he retreats. Oh, wow. Holy shit. 12? All right. Well, he limps off. He's very badly injured. And limps off and ducks behind the wall here for cover. Savik, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to have my, let's see. 15. All right. I'm going to have my familiar take the help action, fly over here. I'm going to go ahead and then bonus action Blade Song. And I am going to go ahead and move. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll go up there. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to go ahead and attack him with another. I'm going to go ahead and throw Firebolt at him again. And then,
This guy?
Yep.
He does have partial cover because he's behind the wall.
Okay.
Just so you know. So that's a +2, I think, for partial cover.
Okay. That's fine.
Let me look that up quick. Yeah, it's a target with half cover has +2 bonus to AC.
So that would be 20. So 18 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits anyway.
All right. Burn him for 14.
You're gonna put him down.
Cool. I'm going to summon the 2 motes of fire and burn him up. And then I'm going to quickly rebound from my spell attack and slash at the Sun Elf behind me with the Arc Blade. Let's see. I believe that's 9. Yep. 18.
18 hits.
All right. It's 13.
All right.
That's going to end my turn.
All right. Well, you slice him up a little bit, and he doesn't like that, so he's going to retaliate and attack you twice. As soon as I find his stat block again. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. Oh, 17 and 25.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to use Silvery Barbs on the 20.
20.
That's going to miss.
Son of a bitch. He ends his turn. Gradius, it's your
I'm
turn.
gonna give myself advantage with silvery barbs.
Yeah, I knew that shit was coming. Gradius.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Think I'm just gonna attack him.
I was going to say, if you don't know, you know what to do.
Apparently, I don't know what to do.
Actually, 15 will hit on this guy.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, the sentries are lightly armored. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to be lightly armored, but 8 damage.
And that ends my turn.
That's a round down. At the end of this round, this elf burns up. He cooks alive in his armor. And that will draw 1. And 2 others into the fray, here and here. One of them will go ahead of you, Savik, with a 13, and it's this guy. So he's going to come running up here and attack you. And he has a long spear. So here goes. He makes 1 attack at 22 versus AC.
Oh, he's gonna miss.
All right, he comes up and he lunges forward to stab you with his spear, and you throw your hips out of the way and dodge. It'll be your turn now, Savik.
Okay. I'm gonna have my familiar take the help action. Fly over here. And let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack the guy. This guy. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use Booming Blade, I guess, on him. D20 plus 9. Uh, 28.
Yeah, 28 is a hit.
Okay. Here's the damage from the Arc Blade for 9. And here's the Booming Blade damage. For 11. I'm going to go ahead and follow this up with a second melee attack. For
Okay.
9. $21.
21 hits.
All right. That's 11 damage. That's going to go ahead and end my turn.
Okay. After you. Okay, I messed that guy's initiative up. I'm gonna move him down here. We'll have this guy come down. He can't really get through, so what is he gonna do? Does he have a... I don't know if he's gonna be able to shoot through here or not. All right, he's gonna come down here and he'll move 1 square and take the dodge action because I don't know what I want him to do yet. Gradius, you're up. Or no, wait. Forget that. This guy doesn't move. He got a 20. It's this guy that's supposed to be going. All right, Gradius. Kaplow, kaplow. 18 and 22 versus AC.
22 hits.
All right, he slices you for, 4 damage. It ends his turn now. It's your turn, Gradius.
I'm just gonna go ahead and hit him with the Sacred Flame cantrip. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw of
Roger that.
16 or higher, or take 2d8 plus 4 damage.
Oh boy.
I,
14.
oh, tough luck. Wow. He did get lucky though on my attack roll.
I guess.
So that crashes down on him for 8 damage, and I am gonna bonus action attack with my spirit weapon for nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, well, he's bathed in radiant light. That's a round down. So now at the start of the round, when this guy was supposed to go, he's gonna move up here and take the dodge action. Then we'll have this guy go. And I think he is also gonna try and stab you, Stavik. 19 and 18, those both miss, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Ugh, shit. All right, well then it's your turn.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna have Familiar take the help action. I'm gonna go ahead then and hit the guy in the north with a booming blade, booming blade combo. And let's see here. Oh. 28. He's going to be hit for 10, and following that up with Booming Blade for 18. I'm going to go ahead then and follow up again with the second attack. 25. And for 9.
The guy in the north,
Yep.
you will cut him down. How do you want to do it?
All right. I'm going to... let's see. Let's see, as the guy in front of me tries to attack me, I'm going to quickly parry his 2 attacks with his short spear. And then while that's happening, I'm going to whirl around and lash out at the guy up at the north and cut him down. End turn.
You cut him down and he falls to the ground dead. Well, it would be his turn, but he's dead. So it's your turn, Gradius.
Well, I guess I'm gonna hit this guy with the Sacred Flame. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, he survives. But I am going to bring my spirit weapon over and attack him with that.
25 hits.
12 damage.
Nice.
That ends my turn.
Okay. That's a round down. Give me a second. I'll be on it. At the start of this round, this guy is going to take 5 steps back, turn and yell up the hall in Elvish that you can hear, Savik. Intruders in the sanctum, go for help.
I'll be right back, guys.
Sounds good, buddy. All right, so he uses action to move back here. He commands this guy to go for help. It will be his turn next. So he's going to start moving back the hall here, loses 30 feet, and is out of your line of sight. This guy will go
Okay.
next. What?
Okay.
This guy will go next, so I'm going to have him come down 4 and ready in action. And now it is this guy's turn, and then it will be your turn. All right, so he's going to stab at you again. 22.
That's going to miss.
All right, well, he can't hit for shit. But anyway, it's your turn now.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see. If I do that, or if I do that, or I could do that. Let's see here. Let me see what's going on here. 1 second. When you use a spell, it is. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use a bonus action to cast Shadow Blade. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack the guy in front of me. So the first attack that I'm going to do is with Shadow Blade, and then I'm going to follow that up with a Booming Blade attack with the Arc Blade. I'm going to have my familiar take the help action, of course, and then I'm going to use that to distract him to find an opening. So here's the Shadow Blade attack.
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Okay.
3 ones?
Yeah. So that misses. I'm going to go ahead and then follow that up with a Booming Blade cantrip attack for 13.
Miss.
All right.
Damn, that's not often we see that happen.
No, that's very rare.
Oof. This guy needs to play the lottery.
Yes, he does.
Okay, I'm honestly I don't really know what to say other than wow. Like,
I'm actually gonna go ahead and then move. As dangerous as that might be, I'm gonna go ahead and move around the corner here.
okay, well he's gonna make an opportunity attack and miss. So he tries to jab you as you step around the corner, but you're nimble enough to just dip out of the way. And if that's the end of your turn, it's Gradius' turn, but I think he is AFK. Anyway, it would be your turn from the last round if you wanted to resolve that right now.
I'll just toss Sacred Flame at that dick.
Okay. $19.
Oh, he survives. He's a nimble buddy. But I'm also going to attack him with a spirit weapon.
Hit. $11. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Then we are back in the regular round, and it's Savik's turn.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move up here. Let me get my. I'm gonna go ahead and move here. I'm gonna have my familiar take the help action, fly and distract Mr. Retreat. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Shadow Blade. Wow, another one. 25 versus AC.
Oh, why you? Yeah, 25 hits. While you were away, Kyle, though, Weston rolled 3 1s in a row.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that some shit?
Let's see. That's a light finesse, right? So that's... Yeah, it's +4. Okay. Throwing Shadow Blade at him for 14. And then
I think that is going to kill him. It will kill him. How do you kill him?
I'm just going to whip Shadow Blade across the hall here and watch it just impale him right in the chest. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a bonus action to recall it back to my hand. And is this guy behind the corner here?
He's behind. There's some barrels right there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead.
So he has partial cover. This guy's behind a wall. He has full cover.
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and try and hit the guy behind the wall here with Firebolt.
This guy?
No.
This guy.
This
Gotcha.
guy.
Okay. Yep.
Let's see. That's a +7. All right. 23.
23 is a hit.
For 17.
All right. Goddamn son of a bitch.
I'm going to go ahead then and move back around the corner here, and that's going to end my
Wait.
turn.
Before you move, this guy resolved his action to pop up and shoot an arrow at you. 21.
That's going to miss.
Okay, shit. All right. You can move then.
All right.
Gradius, it's your turn.
Oh. I am going to toss a Sacred Flame at this guy.
Okay, give me a sec. I got a 15.
Oh, he gets hit. Not for a lot, though.
Every little bit counts.
And I'll bring my spirit weapon over beside him. And have at him for 17.
Uh, 17 hits.
$12.
Damn, you know, you guys are making short work of my Legionnaires. For now. Anything else, Gradius?
Nope, that's it.
All right, that is a round down. At the start of this round, this guy's going to pop around the corner and fire a short bow at you, Gradius, and miss. We go up the hall here, and the next 3 guys that go are these 3 guys from the hall. They're going to start pouring into the room here. Whoops, this guy should be there. So they pop into the room here and join the fray. And all right, so they moved. They're going to ready an action and end their turn. This guy's dead. So we're up here at the top with this guy. And what's he going to do? He's going to put the fires out. He's going to use his action to put the flames out. Because he's an elf, not a Jafel. Savik, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Move here for 20. Have familiar take the help action, and then fly back. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, here's what I'm going to do. Scratch the hole. I'm going to move there for 20, 25. I'm going to get right up next to this guy. I'm going to move right here. I'm going to go ahead and attack him with Shadow Blade. Let's do that. Wow. Okay.
You're on the struggle bus right now, buddy.
I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with a Booming Blade cantrip attack for 20.
That's a hit. Hit.
Let's see. That's 2d6 plus 5. Attack him for 12. I'll use a bonus action to... Well, I didn't throw it. So, I'm going to go ahead and move back and end my turn.
Did you say you moved? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move back then and end my turn.
Well, you're trying to taunt him into being dumb enough to attack, and he is. And he misses. So is he supposed to take some damage because he made an attack on you?
No, he just... No, he didn't take any damage.
Okay, well, that is a bummer. And if that's the end of your turn, then it's Gradius' turn. And Gradius, I know you got to go soon.
It's all good. I am going to try and hit him with the Sacred Flame again and also my Spirit Weapon. Well, the Spirit Weapon misses.
And let me see. Oh, critical fail on his save.
So do we treat that as like a crit?
No. He rolled a 1, so.
That's lame.
I mean,
Yeah, but
I can
is
10 damage.
Is he good enough to roll 3 in a row?
Yeah. All right. Well, he's bathed in radiant light and destroyed. I'll look up some homebrew rules for enemy rolls of 1. Anything else, Gradius? Yes, no?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to have this guy move. Oops. Oh, boy. Sorry, I got to move you, dwarf. So he's going to come up and make 2 attacks against you. 15 and 23.
The 23 hits.
All right. He's going to slice you with his sword for 8. And he ends his turn there. So we're going to go with the next 3 guys back here. Guy up top here is going to run along the edge of the wall and come out here to confront you, Savik. He draws a Gladius. 12 and 7, which both miss.
Yep.
Bummer. This guy will move here and also attack. 24 and 16.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna use my reaction to cast shield.
Okay. Then he misses. Last guy here, I'm going to have him come down here. Yep, so he's going to dip back around the corner here and draw his bow. Odds or evens, Gradius?
Odds.
Evens it is. Savik, he's going to shoot you. 22. That's a miss
That's a miss.
because of shield. Okay, Savik, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna have my familiar take the help action and to the fly this guy to the let's go with this guy. Sorry, that's the wrong. Let's
Gotcha.
go with that guy. He has the most damage on him, right?
Actually, all these guys are fresh.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, then I will go ahead and I'll go for the one to the north. And I'm going to go ahead and try this again. I'm going to
Good
go
luck.
ahead and have my familiar take the help action. And I'm going to go ahead and attack him with Shadow Blade. All right. There's a crit. So I'm going to go ahead and slice into him with Shadow Blade. And for a critical hit. And he's going to take 36 damage.
Holy shit.
And then I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with a Booming Blade cantrip attack. For that, and 20 versus AC.
20's a hit.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack him. 2d6 plus 5. I'm going to go ahead and attack him with the Arc Blade. For 13. And then
Gotcha.
Booming Blade energy is going to also get him as well. For 4. And then the Arc Blade is going to go ahead and jump to the target next to him.
Cut him down with the arc blade.
All right. And then as he gets shrouded and electrocuted and wrapped up in the concussive energy of Booming Blade, the lightning is going to go ahead and jump to the target next to him for 6
nice.
damage.
Nice.
And then, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to make another offhand attack. So let's see what we got here. That would be a +8 because I'm going to go ahead and do the attack with Shadow Blade for 27.
Okay, yeah, 27 hits.
All right. 3d8 with no modifier. /M for 20.
Damn. Okay. Grady said, Savik, move at the end of your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move back.
All right, you're going to get, 25.
Damn it. Sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
Oh, fucking wizards. 24.
Let's see. Was it the... Yep, that's going to hit.
Well, it's about goddamn time. I'm so disappointed that it does not hit for more, but all right, here goes. 7. Could have been a critical hit. Fucking wizards.
Yep. That takes me down to 41.
7 slashing damage, please, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And yeah, sorry. Go
Here's
ahead.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grant the advantage with... I'm going to go ahead and use Silvery Barbs on Gradius then, so he gets advantage on his next attack or saving throw or whatever in the next minute.
Okay.
All I'm saying is it's a real shame that all three of these guys are within 10 feet of each other. And clerics have a great spell called Flame Strike, which is essentially Fireball.
What spell level is that?
5th, I have one of those slots.
You guys have 5th level spells?
Yeah, you get 1 at 9.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, let's see it. It's a vertical column of divine fire. They have to make a dexterity saving throw. They're all dead. They're all dead.
They all gotta take
They're all
4d6
dead.
fire damage or 4d6 radiant damage.
Ooh. 18, 15, and 2.
The 18 succeeds. The other 2 fail. The success takes half the damage.
Gotcha.
And also, because of my oh, never mind. It doesn't affect that. But yeah, so
Okay, I succeed.
They take 30 if they failed.
yep, and 15 if they succeeded.
Gotcha.
And it's fire and radiant, but they're doesn't matter because
Yeah, they're elves.
yeah.
All right, so the one to the north is engulfed in radiant fire and dies. This guy takes half damage. This guy takes full damage. Anything else for you, Gradius?
I'm gonna move my bonus weapon over here to the guy that took full damage. Have it hit him too.
Okay.
You know what? He just doesn't look cooked enough yet.
Needs a couple more minutes.
Put him back in the oven.
21 is a hit.
13.
Okay, damn. Anything else?
Nope. That's the end of my turn.
And that's a round down. We're up here at the top with this guy. And I think he's gonna run in here and attack you. $20 versus AC.
Miss.
Okay, that's the end of his turn. Then we'll have this guy, and then it'll be Savik and you. Same thing, 2 attacks, 2 misses. Savik, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to have the familiar take the help action, and I'm going to step up here, and I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy with Shadow Blade. $22.
22 hits. I see there's another 1 up there, though.
Yeah, dude.
That's because you haven't been drinking your moon water.
Yeah. I don't think the Sun Elves would like it if they saw me drinking moon water. That'd be +4. All right, so I'm going to slash at him with Shadow Blade for 20. And then I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with a Booming Blade cantrip attack. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with a Green Flame Blade attack
Oh,
for 9. 23.
hit.
Nice. Damage is as follows. So after the attack with Shadow Blade, I'm going to slash at him with the Arc Blade. So he's going to take 2d6 plus 5 damage for 10. And then he's going to take an additional I think it's a D8 plus 3 for int mod and fire. Yeah. He's going to take 9. And then both the fire and lightning are going to leap to the target next to him, adjacent to him.
Oh, this guy down here for
Yep.
9.
No. He's going to go ahead and take, I think it's...
What was the 9 damage?
The 9 damage was for Booming Blade, or Green Flame Blade, I'm sorry, on this guy.
Okay.
And
Well,
then,
that kills him.
okay, and then fire and electricity are going to go ahead and hop to his buddy next to him. So here is the Green Flame Blade damage for 11, and here is the lightning damage from the Arc Blade. 5.
16.
Yep.
All right. Well, 16 kills him. Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say I was going to have him disengage and run down the hall, but he dead. All right, well, let me get you some experience here, boys, real quick. And I know you got to go, Gradius, so this is probably a good spot to call it. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be 750 experience points for the opening cloister of the Scarlet Monastery Graveyard.
Sweet.
Is it cool if we call it here?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I mean, you got to go, right?
Yeah, pretty soon.
All right, cool.
Yeah, with each minute we go over is 1 minute less that I spend in the shower actually cleaning myself. So I'm sure the patrons appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I can smell you from here, so you better go take a shower.
Well, that's good. It might scare away some of those black widows.
don't be putting that energy on me.
Don't you put that evil voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby?
Oh, your wife just asked if I want to go to Disney on Friday because your friend Connor gave her a comp ticket.
Yeah.
Yo, if you want to do that, I'm totally down.
I mean, that's up to you. So the reason we asked him for a ticket was because every night since you left, Ella's been saying that she wants to go to Disney with Uncle Craig.
Mickey Park, I know. Yeah, I'm down for that. I mean, if it's just too hot, we'll have to go chill somewhere or something, you know. But yeah, I'm down for that. I'd love to go to Mickey Park with her.
Yeah, and it's literally free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it costs us our dignity because we have to be friends with Connor. It is what it is.
Wait, what? What about dignity?
Oh, I was just making fun of my friend Connor.
Oh, okay. What about Sarah?
Sarah doesn't fly in until Friday night.
Oh,
It's literally going to be like you, Ella, and I.
okay, cool. So I can
And
sleep in the bed.
And maybe my mom.
Nice. I thought I'd be couching it.
What do you mean? We have a whole nother guest bedroom upstairs, too.
Oh, yeah, you do. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I'm at your house, I'm fucked up.
That's
Not-
on you. I
nothing-
went to work. I came back. You were just passed out back.
Dude, I could not stay awake. I was trying so hard. I could not stay awake. I was so drunk. So what'd you guys think of the opening of Scarlet Monastery Graveyard?
It was fun.
Yep.
Let me know which park you want to go to, so we could put in the stupid thing.
Oh yeah, I will for sure.
Because Ella won't care. She'll just be happy she's at one of them. She has favorite things about each one.
Okay. I mean, what do you think is the best one to go to this time of the year?
Apparently, they're all fucking dead because
Because Florida is where woke goes to die.
no, it has. I think it's more about the shape of the economy, where we're in a giant recession right now.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it kind of feels like we've just been in a recession since 2009.
Well, I mean, it has for us poor people, not so much for the rich people. But the rich people, it feels like it's a recession again.
Yeah, for sure. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I got a little bit of backstory on the Emperor.
Yeah.
So, Wes, I'm sure that you recognize some of the references in his vision there.
I did. And I basically just told the one guard just some of the dumbest shit that I could spout off as possible to make things so confusing for him that he would never find out who we were.
Sure. Well, he was more inclined to be friendly towards you since you are an elf. And, what you know about the Sun Elves is that they're prideful and arrogant, and they really don't like the lesser races. They consider lesser races beneath them for the most part. So
It's funny because they look like they're beneath me right now.
they are. They are definitely beneath you right now.
But yeah, you guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. I'll
See
see you
Kyle.
see you on Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you sent me a picture of when you're supposed to be here. I'll probably.
I'll send it again. I should be there around 6 in Sanford, flying out of Tampa though.
That's fine. I just need to make sure I end up where I'm supposed to, the time I'm supposed to.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, later.
Later, man. Wes, hang out for a minute.
All right.
Yeah, so that vision.
His previous adventures.
Yes. So pretty much he has a vision of the Calamity era and all of the destruction and disaster that's going to come to pass. And that sets him on this path of, well, the people should be united. So, but yeah, I was hoping you were going to pick up on a little bit of that at least.
Yeah, I did.
So, at first I thought, they're not going to go through here. Look, Kyle was worried about those 7 guys, and they're all dead. You guys only each took about 10 points of damage, give or take.
Yep. I'm still scared.
So,
I'm
I mean-
actually legitimately scared for when we get into more deeper parts of the dungeon. If we wouldn't have killed some of those dudes that were running, things could have gotten real bad.
oh yeah, because I mean, all they got to do is get up here into the courtyard and alert everybody else.
Yeah, and we
And-
don't have the luxury of zoning out.
Yeah, the zone's not going to reset. It's just going to continue on. And also, it's good that you guys blocked the hallway so they couldn't get past you. Because
Yeah.
let's say they get out and get up the stairs and get into another wing of the monastery. Well, then you're really fucked. So,
Yep.
but yeah, it was good. I mean, a lot of big lore dumps, but I figured, you're talking to a zealous soldier of the Empire, so he's going to be eager to tell you about the God Emperor. Wait till you meet that dude.
That dude.
I don't know if you're gonna like him that much.
That dude. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll just have to find out.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Hey, that place, if we stay at that place, it's 169. It looks like it comes out to 85 bucks a person for the weekend, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, that's plus you get the whole house. There's laundry there. I don't know if it said how many bathrooms there are or not. Not that it matters. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, so plenty of space. So, yeah, I'm good for that. I'd rather do that anyway than rent, get a hotel room, you know.
I would too.
So, anyway, bro, I hope you had a fun time tonight.
Hell yeah. Return of Shadow Blade.
Excellent.
Even though I had to get over the humiliating defeat of rolling 3 ones in a row.
We just won't speak of it ever again.
Oh no, it'll become a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It will. I wish I
Not
had that
even
sound
with
bite.
elven accuracy can this guy hit. And not only
Yeah.
that, but he rolled a 1.
Dude, you know what,
What do
though?
you
If
think
that's
that's
gonna,
like the equivalent of? Like, I was getting ready to attack the dude and I just dropped the sword?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Or you went to step forward with your dominant leg and just like tripped or something, you know,
Yeah, I'm a paladin. I'm a dancing paladin.
just was a little clumsy, you know.
A dancing paladin.
Maybe you got like a cramp in your wrist. But yeah, if that's gonna happen, just be glad it happened whenever it was just Kyle here. Although he's the biggest shit talker.
It's alright.
But yeah, got to tussle it up with the Sun Elves a little bit. Now, this is how tough some of them are at level 9. So just wait. They're not all gonna be getting cut down in swaths like this.
Oh, I know.
I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. Anyway, bro, I'll miss having Fuff with you this weekend.
It sounds like you're gonna have a good time down in Florida again, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna be having some in-person fucked up Friday, so I'll surely call you.
All right.
I'll definitely give you a call here. So, hey, did you want that AI token as your new token, or did you just like
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I'll take that as my new token.
I will grab it. It's probably gonna have to be one of the close-up face ones, I think,
That's fine.
if that's okay. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not. I'll take a look at both and then. But yeah, dude, I could mess with that all day long. I mean, shit.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty awesome, and it's crazy to see how fast it's gotten at, how much progress it makes in just a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I just put the model into Dream Wombo AI or whatever, and it kicked that out. I put in a couple prompts like this is an elf. But yeah, overall, it just kicks ass, man. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it can take like a low quality digital model and determine all this just off of the limited amount of information that it has.
Yeah. Because it's basically just an aggregate of every single picture on the internet.
Yeah. You know what? I bet it's not long before they start doing AI porn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just, I feel like that's the next thing that's going to happen. And I don't know, it's probably better than the actual porn industry because
Yeah.
nobody's getting hurt.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, Petey, thanks for coming, dude. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
thanks
had
for being
fun.
the DM. Thanks for running
Absolutely,
Scarlet
bro.
Monastery.
We will pick it
I'll
up
look-
here next week for
Yep.
more shenanigans.
I look forward to seeing how many more ones. Here's what was really strange. It wasn't just 3 ones in a row. It was like 3 ones in a row and then a whole bunch of other ones after that.
Yeah, I really think it's something with the algorithm. There you go. Savik, what do you think about that?
Looks pretty awesome to me.
Yeah. I'll get you set up here. I used to love the top-down style, but honestly, anymore, like I'd much rather see the portrait, especially if it's like an important character of some sorts.
Yeah.
So, all right, Petey. Well, I will catch you later, and I will hit you up this weekend.
All right, man. I hope you have fun down in the tar pits. I'm
Yeah,
going
thanks,
to the
bro.
I'm going to the tar pits on Thursday at the Lures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. I'm going to go see Jurassic Park.
Really?
Yeah, they are bringing in a band to play the entire score while the film's up on the big screen.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to go hang out in the tar pits too.
Nice. Well, you'll be hanging out in the Pennsylvania tar pits.
Oh, yeah. All right, man.
All right, buddy.
All right, I'll catch you later, dude.
Later, bro.
Bye.
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 Bye.